Whoa. I am live. That's crazy shit right there. Okay, I'm live. Let's see here. I want to respond to crude as fuck and a little bit to burnt toast. Now, I like burnt toast. I like it. I do. I really, literally like her channel. She's got style. She's going to be going places. She's only been here 6 months. She's already got everybody's attention. Not afraid to have people on her panels. Not afraid to have people in her chat. And even though she can be a little feisty, she's largely respectable. However, I think that she likes to be factual. But crude as fuck. Somebody directed me to your little rant about me where you brought up this stuff here. So I thought I would respond to you here since you won't allow me on your panel. You're more than welcome to mine. And I'll be gracious if you allow me on to yours. As long as you allow me to share files and screens. Let's see what we got here. Let me put this mic up just a little bit. Maybe it'll sound a little bit better. This Yeti might sound like spaghetti. Let's see. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Well, I don't see it. Let me find that beautiful bean footage. Let me see. There it is. That's what I'm sharing, I do believe. So I went over there and I listened to Crude as fuck. And he put up that old ass video of me talking to Nicole about the whole head in the toilet thing. Cement shoes. They want to know why I put your head in the toilet. And she goes, yeah. As if they want to know. See, dumbass says, oh, he won't come over here because he knows I have this video. That video has been up for about 4 years now. And the incident in question that you're talking about happened 14 years ago. 14 years ago. And the reason why my wife said yes, because that's what she does. You keep saying I'm abusive. That's what you do. You're saying I'm abusive to her. And I don't ever see you around your wife. My wife is sick of you people saying that her head went in a toilet. Her head did not go in a toilet. You didn't play the whole clip. Neither did Laura. Where we made a joke about it. We joke about it because you people are fucking stupid. Right? So I sent this email to him. He said, I have no problem reminding him to his face what a piece of shit he is. You reminded me of shit to my face because you won't let me on your panel. And you won't come on mine. And then Burnt Toast leaving comments about I held her head in the toilet to punish her. I thought you people did your research. My wife made a video and said it. Now, this is true. She's standing right here behind me. I mean, when did that whole damn thing happen? It was like 14 years ago. And we were just playing. They act like you're so abused, and I coach you, and that you're abused.
I'm sick of YouTube in general.
Yeah, because of people like this.
People like that.
People that take
all idiots.
People that take. We have one of the best relationships on YouTube, and these lonely incel fucks want to say shit like this. Your head never went in no toilet. But when I asked you that question, and you're smiling about it right now, I was there to put the camera on. You knew what you was doing, didn't you? You like, God. They want to know what your head went in the toilet. You said, yeah. And you were smiling. I knew what you was up to. They don't.
I'm sick of YouTube.
You're not even on it.
They can hear me. YouTube can hear me right
Oh, no. I'm just saying, you don't even make a video. You made a video one time. You said, hey, my husband doesn't do this to me. And your head didn't go in the toilet, and people still don't believe it. When it comes out of your mouth. It comes out of your mouth. They're going to pretend like you're so abused and you're mentally ill and you ain't got no place to go. No matter how many times you say it, they don't believe it. This guy, you should have seen this whole forfeiture. I got no problem with telling BryanSt.John what a douchebag he is. You know what happens to people who tell me to my face? You won't say shit to me there, Shaggy. To my face. You will have a problem saying that to my face because you'll be like, Brian, you're. Can I have my teeth now? You want to talk that shit to me in my face? What?
More.
So why don't you panel up? So I sent you. The reason I don't come right here is because I challenged you to a panel with me and you won't. You won't do it. They won't. But if you click on this video right here, it shows how me and my wife, we've done parody videos of me. Everybody goes to the toilet.
Oh, so tired.
Do you think my wife is dumb enough to tolerate that shit from me? As a matter of fact, my wife will tell you how she told me to come rescue her from someone else who she felt was abusive. We have one of the best marriages on YouTube in this part of the community. None of these other people are popping up with their husbands and wives. She don't want nothing to do with it because of people like you that make up little stories and run with it. She knows her head didn't go to the toilet, but she hears you people saying that and just believing it. She thinks it's the funniest fucking thing in the world because people are that dumb. I mean, they think you're so stupid you'd stay with somebody who did that to you. You'd stay with somebody who abused you. We have a good relationship because we let each other live. We don't really bother each other much about dumb shit. We fight about money and kids and the house and shit. We do not fight like that. As a matter of fact, we were talking about some of the, when this whole thing come out, it was from a Facebook video that we put up. And we were talking about some of the things that we've been through that were funny as a couple. You know, and she smacked me in the face with that baby diaper out of the blue. And what actually happened to her in return was I scooped some water out of the toilet and threw it in her face and let her know how it felt. That's what actually happened. But when we were on there, somebody said, you know, you put her whole head in the toilet. I was like, yeah, I put her head in the toilet. And I was laughing, and they took that little clip and they ran with it. I did. I scooped the water out and threw it in her face, but that was years ago. Years ago. At least 13 years. And we had no qualms talking about it on Facebook because we didn't think that people would take a little clip and run with it. So people took a little clip and ran with it. Oh yeah, we have fun with it. But if Crude wants to play little clips and shit, maybe he should play this little clip that I got right here. Matter of fact, I'll run it on. Now here we are at my doctor's office. He's a really good dude. He's like a personal friend too, and he knows about this whole internet toilet thing. And he thinks it's funny too that people would accuse that because he sees me and her together in there and how we get along and how well we treat each other. He knows the difference. That's why it's funny to him. This is how abused she is. This is how, you know, if you think she's dumb. Light one because you missed your dose.
April 30th of last year was my last week. About 9 months.
So this before or after I put your head in the toilet? That's the inside joke between me and her. People out there really think I put your head in the toilet because we joke about it so much. We're going to cut that out. We do play with it. Idiot shit. Well, that's the way you wash your hair.
No problem.
See, there you go with that crap. You sounded congested yesterday.
Hey, Pepper.
So dumb as fuck.
Dumb as fuck.
You need to start doing your research before you look into things. These people know that this shit's bullshit. You ain't been around as long as I have. So, and you can run with your narrative all you want to, buddy. That's why. Where's your wife at? I'll panel up with you anytime. Matter of fact, my number, if you get on a live and I don't see it because I'm not sub to you, if you get on a live and you want to talk about this subject again or any subject that has to do with me, you can call me at 937-687-8768.
It's got a little ring to it.
If I hear it, and I'll be sure to respond to it. I can get up there and factually show you the difference. If you don't believe it from my wife, if you don't believe the videos that I put up of the Ferguson family harassing me, if you don't believe that I turned my own son in, I got proof of all of that. So you can run with that all you want to. You want to talk to Dylan Klebold's mom? You want to talk to some of the people in the support groups that I'm with? You blame them too? You blame, he's 23 years old, dude. We divorced when he was 12. So what he did, I got nothing with that. I'm gonna tell you what. When these people start coming at me, like you do, asshole, and getting in my inbox and tell me what they're going to do to me because of what my son did, you're damn right there's going to be an argument.
There's asshats
You're damn right there's going to be an
everywhere.
argument when they start coming after my wife and my dad and my mom and everybody else. You're damn right there's going to be a fucking argument. And when you go through a murder trial because your kid did something fucking stupid like that you had no control over, then you can come and tell me, chump. You can come and tell me how to do it. Did you write the book on that? What to do when one of your family members does shit like this? You write the book on that? My consensus was he was innocent until proven guilty, and they didn't like the way I was sticking up for my son. And after they found him guilty, I accepted that. I posted the whole trial for everybody to see, everything. And then when I wouldn't respond to the Ferguson, they got people like TNT and all them others to make it look like I was responding to them when I wasn't. The bottom line is that those people, we still live in the same neighborhood. Some of them are back friendly with my other sons and everything else. Braden's uncles, they're all hanging back out together. When we run into them out there, we just go the other way. They don't say nothing to me, and I don't say nothing to them. There was no harassing. If you think for 1 minute that after my son did this, I start calling them and going, ha, 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 that's funny, ha, then you're fucking idiots. All of you are idiots. None of you know what it's like to go through something like that. None of you. But I wasn't about to have people post pictures of my son on Facebook when he wasn't arrested. Get this motherfucker. He did this and he did that. No, I did the right thing as a father. We need to get the whole story. We need to get him in court. We need to get him due process. And he had all that. So people trying to convict him out here in the street. And they didn't like that I stuck up for my son when he was innocent.
You hear it?
And he was innocent until proven guilty. And I treated him that way, just like I do any other criminal. I don't go out here saying Don Wells did this and Candace did that. They haven't been over there to arrest them. So that says a lot to me. Other people can have their own opinions. My friends can have their own opinion.
Yep. Pepper's cool.
So crude as fuck anytime. I've asked you to panel up with me several times. I'll come to your panel.
Pepper's quick with
There'll
that.
be no arguing and screaming and hollering at each other. I've been on YouTube for a long time. I know these little fuck boys like you can't handle and burnt toast. I don't appreciate you doing that. Saying I held my wife's head in the toilet for punishment. Why? Just because you heard that? Here, I thought your channel was factual and all that shit.
You woke up and you're cranky now,
I
Pepper.
don't appreciate none of you people saying that she's abused. Because she's not. It's furthest from the truth.
No. I tolerate a lot.
Of people abuse their siblings or spouses by not spending as much time with them as they can. Being on here so much. My wife is free to do whatever she wants. Isn't that right, baby?
She's
I'm leaving.
yeah, she's going shopping right now.
So when you keep running with that narrative that he put his wife's head in the toilet,
Yeah,
what you're saying is that she's so stupid that she would put up with that from any man.
anybody.
That's what you're saying. It's insulting. It never happened, and that's the bottom line. So you can run whatever fucking narrative you want to. I got my wife. John don't have his wife. Vinny don't have his wife. Crude, I don't even know if you got a wife. I don't ever see her. You talk about her or anything.
There's somebody
It must
for
not be
everybody.
that important to you if you don't mention her. But my wife is the most important thing to me. If you believe for 1 minute that I would ever abuse her, then you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass for believing that she'd put up with it. I rescued her from someone that was abusing her. I went all the way across the country to get her. There's videos of that too, dumbass.
Well, I think that's the end of that. So let me stop sharing. Who the hell is that guy? Who the hell is that? But anyways, Crude, don't get on your little might want to tighten up your belt buckle and your laces there, son. Yeah. I know why he won't come over here. Because I got this video that everybody's seen before. This video that was put out in 1928. By God, I got it right here. Ain't nobody ever seen this video. That's why he won't come over here. No, he won't come over here because he won't panel up with me. I left it in your DMC. I left it in your, when you started your shit with me before, I put it in your chat to panel up with me. I'll panel up with you. There's nothing wrong with a little structured panel to get the facts out and the evidence before we continue to look stupid for talking shit. I heard about 30 seconds of it. And I'm like, you know what? He won't come up here because I got this. I got no problem with calling out and calling him. What did he call me? He called me a couple names. He ain't had no problem sitting behind that screen calling me that out. That's for sure. Hell, why would you? Why would you have a problem calling me out behind that screen? You know how many times I've been through this with people like you? Hell, I've been through it so much that my retorts are almost scripted. Because I've said it so much. Anytime, you got my number now. I'll be home all weekend. If you call that number and I answer it, put me up on your panel. You can do it that way. Yeah, he's like, could somebody get me that article? Dude, I put up the whole trial word for word. I put up every article, everything. It's all been seen, dude. Everybody's seen it. Especially the part when I went up to the apartment where my son was hiding at. And I told him that if he didn't come outside, I was taking him down there to them. And I took him down there to them. I put up all that stuff for everybody. My initial feelings right off the bat was that he was guilty. And there was a couple of YouTubers that are still around here going, you shouldn't be saying that about your son. You could hurt his case. And then I started looking into the case, and he looked like he could have been innocent there for a minute. So I looked at some of the things, he's my son. So I looked at things and I treated him like he was innocent until proven guilty. And he was, and I accepted that. So that's the way it is. And I don't know how, if you're young or old, or you got kids or not. Never say never, dude, because you just don't know what's going to happen with people in your life. You don't know if You don't know if your parents are going to freak out and get dementia or something. You don't know if your sister's going to catch cancer. You don't know if somebody's going to be involved in a crime as a victim. You don't know if they're going to commit a crime. You don't know. These are things that life throws at us, brother. So for you to say, well, his son killed a 2-year-old baby and just stop like that, as if. Do you think that me and my son plotted to do this together or something? Is that what you're saying? Do you think that I helped somehow in that crime, that I encouraged that or something? Is that what you're trying to say? Because I really don't think that's what you mean. I think if you did mean that, you'd mean it from behind that fucking screen. That's where you'd mean it from. So if you want to panel up with me and we can discuss this, you bring your receipts and I'll bring mine. How about that? Or you can kindly refrain from discussing me if you're not willing to discuss me with me. That's reasonable. That's not too alpha for you, is it? That ain't too alpha for you, is it? I can bait it down a little bit if you like. Oh, man, that's okay, man. You can talk about me all you want. I don't care. I'll be right over here. And if you need me, you just let me know, and I'll slide on up to your panel, Your Highness. No, it's just even if they say it, they don't realize how dumb they sound. If you got little ones, and you say, yeah, well, his son did this. Well, motherfucker, you ain't in the clear yet. And it makes me wonder about these parents out there that see this and that are in this. And there's a lot of people, who know people who have committed suicide, right? Because homicide and suicide, you go to, if you're suicidal, they'll put you somewhere to take care of that. And if you're homicidal, you could go to the same place as the people that are suicidal, as far as to get mental help. So if someone is suicidal or has committed suicide, would that be their parents' fault as well? So you don't think about what you say. Because anybody who could kill a child or hurt a child has got some kind of illness. And sometimes illnesses can go undiagnosed, right? So he has some kind of illness inside of him that he can even think that way or even get that mad. Now, he didn't show any signs of that type of shit. So that would be like saying, people whose children have like Tourette syndrome or other psychological problems, that it's somehow their fault. Is it their fault? Because I've got plenty of other children that are doing extremely well. All my kids are different. So for idiots like this crude as fuck guy to make assumptions on me for something that some other grown man did. It might be my son, he's a grown man. Nobody ever sat them down and said, okay, 20 minutes a day, before you guys can go outside and play, we got to sit down and learn how to kill a baby when we get older. We didn't have classes like that in my house, if that's what you're trying to say. So you better just cool your jets over there, crude as fuck. Unless you want me to come on panel. If not, then hush. There's a reason why Brian don't come around here. The thing of it is, if I go to somebody, it's the same shit with Negs. He was talking shit too, and I slid up under there and I made my comments. I said, well, let's get him on panel. And I see these guys don't want a panel. They just want to sit up there and run their little pie holes. Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's not really a trigger because they've taught me how to handle it. The more that these people do this, Pepper, let me put your comment in there. The more that these people do this shit, right, is the more they teach me how to handle it. They teach me how to handle it. They don't realize how dumb they sound. Especially people who have little ones that aren't even grown up, who don't know what kind of person they're going to be yet. Like Art Linkletter. His daughter jumped out of a fucking building, like 18 floors. Is that somehow his fault? People have their own fucked up minds, and somehow my son's got fucked up somewhere along the line. Somebody asked me one time, why'd your son do that? I said, because he's a fucking idiot. I mean, how am I going to say, well, you know, he was having a bad day? No, he's a fucking idiot. I don't care if it was impulsive, if it was instant, if it was just something that isolated incident. I don't give a damn. He's stupid. He belongs where he's at. But he's still my fucking son. Oh my God. He was sending his son commissary money. You're damn right I'm going to feed him if I can. It's not like a monthly bill or nothing. But I'll send him magazines and books, and I'll talk to him, and I put some stamps on his JPay, and I put money on his media for his little pad we helped him get, his TV and all that shit. Yeah. I mean, what kind of parent shouldn't take care of their kids? If you can turn your back on your kids, then you didn't deserve to have any anyway. He knows we think he's a piece. I do. He's a piece of shit, but he's my piece of shit, and I care about him. And you can't turn that off. You can't just say, well, I don't love my son. Just turn that off. That don't happen. If you got an on and off button on you for loving your children, if you even have one installed, then you don't deserve kids at all. Because, you know, you can't tell me how to act. You ain't been there. You can't tell me how to act. You ain't been there. Damn snappy. That's like the worst thing. I mean, damn, what a fucking embarrassment, you know? He knows he's disappointed his whole family. He's embarrassed every damn one of us. He knows that. He's got to live with that for the rest of his damn life. He ain't ever getting out of there. I'm the only one who gives it to him straight. I said, I don't want to hear no more of that I'm innocent shit right at a visit with his mom, my ex-wife, a couple of his brothers. We got a big-ass argument over that. I said, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. That's disrespectful. I don't want to hear it. I never stuck up for him like that. Maybe you should have cared and provided for him before prison when you were raising him, and then he would not have. Well, we did care and provide for him. Hang on, leave that one. Here you go. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, and his shit came from nowhere either, man. Let me see. Maybe you should have cared and provided for him before prison when you were raising him, and then he would not have did what he did had he had a good father. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of parenting you give, because we didn't, like I said, we didn't say, hey, come here, I want you to see me beat up this baby doll. We didn't have classes like that. I don't know what you're talking about. But there's a link right there. If your opinion means that much to you, then maybe you should put a voice to it. Yeah, I see that. The MC, I see that. Yeah, he doesn't bother. Richard doesn't bother me. He's no match. He's functioning stupid. I like how people put dumb shit like that in the chat. That's what me and my first wife said when we got together. We said, we're not going to pay any attention to this one right here. We're not going to feed him. We're not going to care for him at all, because when he gets older, we want him to kill a child. Dumbass. The iOS is that bucket. Anywho, I thought crude as fuck. I dropped that number in there. My email is bryanst@gmail.com. I sent you an email. You can respond to me, and let's get together with a time that's convenient for both of us, and maybe we can speak on this situation. That's probably the proper thing to do. That two gentlemen would do. It's like, we don't just take off our gloves and slap each other about the face, do we? 10 paces and draw, perhaps. Shots fired. Anywho, I'm about to, stupid is, stupid does. I'm about to shut it down. Y'all piece and chicken grease. I'll see if he responds to that email. Be well.